All right, we're watching Daniel's breaststroke below the water, commentary by Coach Chris. Again, excellent height in the water. He's getting those elbows right to the surface. Going to watch this at full speed just so we can kind of see the tempo. He's slowing down into the wall. Okay, that's something real important that I want you to focus on. We got to make sure we're keeping that tempo the same. And what you got to ask yourself, Daniel, is why am I slowing down into the wall on these strokes? When you watch, tempo slows down, slows down, slows down. And it's very simple. If you watch those strokes, you're keeping the head up longer and longer. And on this stroke, it doesn't even get down at all. So it's all the head position. You can't watch the wall as you approach the wall. You got to get your eyes off the wall. Remember, it's a no-look pass. You get one glimpse, you take a glimpse, and you keep swimming into the wall trying to hold that tempo. But there is a slowdown going into that turn, and I notice that all the time because we're watching the wall every stroke and keeping those eyes up. Doing a good job with that glide. We just took that pull and we're already well past the green area of the flags. So that's awesome. That's really good. Here we're a little loose. And this is what I saw above water that I kind of wanted to talk about. There's all this space between the hands. They're not on the thighs. We're shrugging the shoulders a little bit, but we got to get the arms tighter into the body. I want to see the palms pressed onto the thigh. I want to see the arms pressed into the sides, the elbows into the side. I want to see the whole arm just squeezed up against the body. Okay. The other thing I notice is the head's a little high. You're lifting that head forward and looking this way. Okay. We need to keep that head, those eyes down. Keep looking straight down. Make sure that the top of our head, our crown, the top of the head right here. That's a bad crown, but that's a crown. That needs to be aimed straight forward. And right now it's angled up. So get the head down, get the eyes down, get the hands closer into the body. Because remember, this glide here, after you take this dolphin kick, that is the glide where you have the most speed. And if you don't learn how to glide properly and keep streamlined even with your hands at your side, you got to get everything in tighter and you'll have more speed. If you don't get things in tighter, you'll lose that speed and it won't be the fastest part. But for good breaststrokers, that's the fastest part of the pullout. That middle glide when you pull through and your hands are at your side. So we got to get a little bit better at that. Getting in tight. So again, come a long way with the stroke. Just a little bit narrow. I'd just like to see you sweep out just a little bit wider with the hands. See how you're keeping them right inside the elbows. You're already, as soon as you start catching, you're trying to pull into the body. Sweep out and around a little bit more. Get a little bit more open with those arms so you can grab a big old handful of water. You don't have to keep them in quite that tight so soon. See, just a little narrow. I just want a little bit wider pull. So sweep those hands out on a sweep phase. Just get out a little wider. Get more into a wider, wide position before you start pulling the water into your chest. See how the hands are coming up and out? Keep the hands in the water. They don't have to come that tight to the body. You don't have to finish right up against the chest. Going into the turn, keep the head down on the turn. Feet look good. Really good first glide. First glide is exactly what I want. Again, this middle glide, though, that's where we need to get things locked in. See how those hands are flopping around? Hands are just a little bit too loose to the body. Got to get them in tighter. And I like a lot of what I see, Dan. The body position is looking great. You're getting really high in the water. I just want to see you get those hands a little wider on your catch, and I want to see you try and make sure you're getting the eyes a little lower as we press. See how our heads are still looking forward. We're getting the eyes down a little bit. We're almost there, but we're just not staying there long enough. See how we're in this position, getting ready to set. We're already looking up and forward. I just want to keep those eyes down. We just got to keep them down a little bit longer. Keep them looking back a little longer through this stroke. Eyes need to be down. They're down right here. Keep them down. Let yourself start that catch a little more before you start that pull. Because you're just rushing. You're keeping the head up too high. It's a great high body position. When you get those eyes down, keep them down just a little bit longer so you can give those hips more time to come up when you finish that kick. So, excellent job. I see a lot of great stuff with this breaststroke. It's why it's one of your strengths. You have a really good breaststroke, and you've been swimming really well with it. Just make sure we're keeping a wider catch. That's probably one of the biggest things I saw. A lot of the stuff we've worked on, you've done a really good job with, and you're going to keep getting better. You're just staying a little narrow, and especially when you're going fast, you get narrower. Especially when you get tired, you get narrower. So let's try and make sure we're just being patient. Get enough of a sweep that you're grabbing a big old armful of water and then pulling it into your body. Watch when you're approaching the walls. We watched right off the bat. We kind of saw you slow down when you keep your eyes on the wall. So try to treat those turns a little bit more like a no-look pass. Take a glimpse, see where the wall's at, and then keep getting that head down and try to keep the head down as you approach the wall. And that way you're going to maintain your rhythm better and not slow down as we approach the wall. Like how you're doing the turns. They're really solid. Pull out, first glide, awesome. That middle glide's where we got to lock things in better. We're just a little loose. And that's gonna be something you can really take advantage of as you get even bigger and stronger. Locking this position in and getting as tight as you can. Because this is the key for big breaststrokers and good breaststrokers. Getting tight and using this middle glide here to the best of your advantage. Okay, head position's good. We're getting much better with it, but we got to keep getting the eyes lower and be more patient with the eyes down. Right now, you just want to be looking forward too much, and you've gotten better. You've gotten a lot better, but we still have a ways to go in being more patient and keeping the eyes back underneath us. So, excellent job. Breaststroke's looking good. Keep working these small details. Keep drilling these small details, and you'll continue to get faster and faster. So, good job, Daniel. I'll see you at practice